I was having a conversation yesterday with a fellow, and it was pretty obvious that we'd both dealt with people that know it all. And it's amazing. You can't teach somebody that already knows it all. Somebody that already knows it all won't learn anything because they don't need to learn anything. They already know it all. There's a bumper sticker or a plaque that some folks hang in their wall when they have, or on their wall in their home, when they have a teenager at home. And it says, you should consider leaving home now while you still know it all. And then we get out into the real world and we realize, well, I didn't know it all. I didn't know anything compared to what there is to know. Dr. Keith Curran, when he was gaining his doctoral degree, was teaching at Great Lakes Bible College back then in Lansing. And he said, the higher you go in education and you get these higher degrees, he says, the more you know about less and less. And I thought, well, that's a really good way to say it. It may not have been original with him, but he's the first one I heard say it. And it's true. And Israel, the problem that the Apostle Paul had with Israel that he's pointing out here in Romans chapter 11 is they thought they had it all. I was born into this. I am good enough. I can keep the law well enough. I can do the law good enough. Well, good enough is perfect. Anything less than perfect is not good enough. And so Israel was rejecting Jesus, and they were rejecting the idea that you could be saved by faith. You didn't have to be good enough. In fact, they proved over and over, you could not be good enough. You and I have proved over and over, you cannot be good enough. So the Apostle Paul was saying that they have rejected Christ. They've been rejected then. And the gate was opened into the kingdom for the Gentiles. Another conversation yesterday, we noted that the Apostle Paul, wherever he went to a new city, he always went to the Jews first. The gospel always has been preached to the Jew first, and then to the Gentile, or then to the Greek. And for us who are Gentiles, how marvelous it is that the kingdom has been opened unto us. Hopefully, Israel will become jealous. And that's kind of the context here. In verse 15, he says, for if their rejection is reconciliation of the world, what will their acceptance be but life from the dead? And this is another one of the statements here in this chapter that negates the idea that God chooses individuals who will be saved and individuals who will not be saved. He's saying, when Israel converts, it's going to be life to them from the dead, the same death that everyone else experiences. The Jew also experiences that spiritual separation from God. And the Jew, the Gentile, it doesn't matter who you are. Everyone has sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Everyone needs Jesus. And the only salvation available to humanity is through Jesus. There is no other name. There is no other door. There is no other pathway. His name is Jesus, and I'm thinking that God is gracious and kind to offer us a way. Let's take advantage of it, and let's tell somebody else about the life from the dead that's available, whether they're Jew or Gentile. Doesn't matter. Red, yellow, black, or white, doesn't matter. If you're a human being and if you're breathing, the invitation is open. Come to be saved. Come to be cleansed. Come to be wrapped in his righteousness through Jesus Christ. Because God loves you. And because God loves you, we love you too.